Kaina, this is your kuleana. Perhaps, maybe, I don't know. Like you're a kalo farmer, but all of a sudden you're in this role. How did that happen?
Uh, Coaching kids at our state regatta on Kauai, Hanalei. And Jason sees me on the beach, invites me over to his house. And we took some pictures. And he was like, "You can play Kamehameha in my show." He actually said movie. And I was like, "I think you're full of it, my guy." And, 3 years later, he calls me up and said, "I told you so. You can play Kamehameha." And I respond with, "Who said so?" I never say yes. But he come over to the farm, he work. I go through some puli and talk to some people, and eventually playing Kamehameha.
That's really incredible.
Yeah.
And you're a kalo farmer in your root,
Yeah.
in your na'au. So, here you are doing interviews, there's red carpet. This is a big production. Is acting something that you want to continue on, or you visited and you're gonna go home now?
Yeah, well, I definitely gonna be in the Loi. If any opportunity presents itself, then I guess I gotta take on the opportunity. Yeah. So we see whatever the future holds.
Tiao, talk about your role and coming here to this moment.
Oh my goodness, it was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. I mean, I grew up very gratefully raised within Te Ao Māori, and I was raised to understand how sacred our pūrākau, how sacred our stories are, and how much weight they hold, because they're our history, they're our identity. And so to be asked to not carry, I guess, but to be asked to be a part of telling Hawaii's story, I kind of went, I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. And it was only after many conversations with my mother and my nans and with our kanaka advisors and with Thomas Pa'asibit who really pushed it. And it wasn't after I sat and did a karakia, did a pule to Kupuohi, and I called her and I said, if this is truly what I am meant to do, if you truly want me to be the one to tell your story, give me a sign, because I don't think I can do this if you don't want me here. And so I went back straight after the karakia, went back inside, sat down, and we have these birds in Te Ao Māori called piwakawaka. They're known as the messenger birds of the gods. And so this bird comes flying into my house, sits on the railing opposite me, looks me straight in the eye and just chirps 3 times, and then kind of tilts its head like, you got it, chirps 1 more time and flies out. And I went, right, okay, well, you can't get more clear than that, I suppose. All right, we're doing it. And I was just really lucky that the beautiful ohana here were nothing but welcoming and supportive, and Kalei Kava'a is the powerhouse behind Kupuohi. She truly is the voice. I was just the mouthpiece.
The first 2 episodes are all in Olelo, Hawaii. So you have to think about the words, the language, and acting at the same time.
Yep.
How did you do that?
Kalei Kava'a. That woman gave me so much of her time and her aloha. We spent months every night for hours on end going over the script, understanding why it was written in the way that it was written, because Olelo Hawaii is such a beautiful poetic language, and there's so many ways that you can say it, and how it's written and how it's said conveys a lot about the person. And so she was very kind and gracious and shared so much of her gift in Olelo Hawaii, and allowed me to feel confident in going in and doing the mahi. And I hope I made them proud.
Kaina, we have all learned about Kamehameha through books and history. I went to Kamehameha schools, and we have this image of Kamehameha. So how does this epic maybe defy what we've learned or broaden our horizons about Kamehameha himself as a person?
Yeah, as a person, his leadership role, he had to kill thousands of his people in order to unify all of us, all of our people. And whether the right choice or not the right choice, whatever it is as a leader, and honestly, I never liked Kamehameha growing up. I was taught the same thing. He killed all the guys for what? For his own.
As someone from Kauai.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's part of a history that we
Right.
don't learn,
And
right?
I never liked the guy until I became one leader myself. You start to see the decision making that you gotta go through, all the emotions. You're gonna be torn because, okay, this is something like I should do. I know this is the right way, But half of the people that looking from the outside in gonna think, that was a dumb move. But they not in the same situation or role. I'm not Kamehameha, but after becoming one leader, I understand the weight that he had. I mean, he did them for all of us, no kalahui. Yeah, and once I became one leader, I was like, this guy was something else.
He knew the dangers of colonization and that it was coming. But then he also used outside of Hawaii to unify the islands. I mean, that is something we don't learn at all. I mean, how amazing is that?
You know, it's on Dure, it's on Kuleana, and he needed that to unify all of Hawaii, and he really just, in my opinion, he did the job. He got the job done, whether people liked it or not. We became unified, and we became under one monarch, and that's, in my opinion, super beautiful.
I have to ask, what high school did you go to?
I'm in high school.
Yeah, and
But I will say this. 8th grade year, my mom asked me if I wanted to go Kamehameha. And because I never liked the guy, I was like, negative. Negative, mom. But, you know, in looking back, it might have been a great opportunity.
it's okay. As a Kamehameha grad, it's okay. It's okay. You made a fantastic choice. But is there like that one kumu from Waimea High that really instilled values that you carry today that you'd like to say mahalo to?
You know, there's Mano Kalanipo. I look at him as my biggest influence because in his realm, when he reigned Kauai and was ali'i, everybody sat on the same table. There's no inequality. Everybody ate from the same table. We all had wai, we all had food, we all had ai, and every stomach was filled. And so I just hope that I can do, if not all of it, a little of that in my time here.
So fresh or day old poi?
Whatever is on the table.
What about you, Teo? Fresh or day old?
We really talking about poi?
No, it's not fresh or anything. It's just poi company. As long as it's from poi company, I'll be eating it.
Oh, let's see. Oh,
I've already
this is
eaten one bag today, so this is my dinner.
talk about this. Like you brought this here for this. Like
So so this is our company, Ao O Poi Company, and was started in 2015, and we just like feed people. And so we're gonna do that with poi first and foremost.
I'm hungry. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.